but my mom is a Nigerian woman who only likes Italian, like
we talked
film,
hell yeah,
cinema.
Yeah.
Her favorite movie is My Cousin Vinny. Loves The Godfather. Loves The Sopranos. Wow. And this feels fucked up now that I'm saying this. Cooked a lot of spaghetti growing up.
It's like you grew up Italian.
It's like I grew up
That's
a little
kinda-
Italian.
That might be a black thing though.
Maybe it's a black thing.
African thing.
Maybe. Did you eat a lot of spaghetti?
Yeah, and it's a thing on TikTok. More black people are talking about it.
Oh, thank God.
It could be
I
a-
felt fucked
It
up
could
for
be
a
a poor and working class thing also in general.
That's also
like,
true.
Yeah,
It's
I haven't
very-
looked enough into
very easy to steal.
it. Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying this about all black people. I specifically stole a lot of spaghetti at one point. I used to go
Stealing
to
food is
I used to go to
completely
the
ethical.
I used to go to the Ralphs in Glendale, California, and I would load up a grocery cart, $100 worth of groceries. I would walk around for a little bit, and then I just walk
Bada
out.
bing, bada boom.
Somebody
Outta
told me
there.
one time they can't chase you out of the store, and I never Googled it because I can't lose confidence in what I'm doing.
That's right.
So,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yep.
On Italian representation. No, dead ass. Maybe I talked to y'all about it, or I talked to my Italian homies.
In the buffer.
No. But I said I want to have I want us to have an episode where we really unpack the Italian American.
Oh yeah.
But bringing on I want to have New Yorker Italian friends
Mm-hmm.
and just Italian American folks in general who share our values, share our lens, and we sort of just they can share from their perspective, sort of because there's so many things to talk about. Maybe we talked about it a little bit on the show before, but Italian black
Yeah.
hate, love,
friction,
generational
yeah.
friction thing. There's a weird, with rappers who they're looking up to mob figures because it's they represent underdogs who made it, against the state and the hegemonic
Do the Right Thing exists as a film, just in
Right.
general.
Right.
Yeah, that whole
And there's a
duo.
local New York City sort of racial dynamic part to that discussion too.
I talked to a dude in Detroit one time who was like, look at Italians and now look at us. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing all this gang shit? Look at them. And I was like, it's the same thing. What? This dude was being very weird. He was like,
But there's
Look
also
at them. They have meats and stuff.
they got yeah. Don't you see? It's all
they got
being
money.
lau-
They got money laundering
It's all
operations.
being
all
laundered
right?
through construction and union work and
then
such
then you
things.
have they hit on this in The Sopranos. You have poor and working class Italian Americans who are they hate that's how their heritage and their identity is depicted in the media, and they hate that. And then you have Italians that they're on that tip so hard they're back the blue, they're all in on the state and NYPD. There's it's such an interesting conversation to me culturally that I would love for us to have one here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm personally not Italian. I know I seem like it sometimes, but hey, not a drop. Not a drop of marinara in this boy. Let me tell you.
Sorry to say I'm the only Italian on this show.
Forget about
I'm
it.
friggin' joining.
Clinically Italian over here.
Friggin' Scottish over here.
Got a medical dose.
Yeah.
The other thing too is I said I threw generational in there. It's I was alluding to the fact that even in terms of racism, think about how there were older generations of Italian Americans that the fucking mullies, that was their line. Then they have kids, and then hip hop comes around, and then their kids are listening to hip hop artists dressed as they're doing Italian mafioso bits in their fucking I'm the Don. There's black people, but they're doing this in their raps, and the kids just they're connecting, and Italian kids connecting all these dots, and they're wait, what the fuck? They're oh, wait, I want to claim this, and wait, they fuck with this. This is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just interesting to think about.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to say is we should do a Green Book screening.
If you're fucking Italian and you're a New Yorker in New York City, fucking come on the show. Let's
Have you
talk
ever
about
seen
it.
interview where they asked Spike Lee what he thought of Green Book like winning or whatever, and he's like, "Are you British? Are you British?" He's like, "I'll give you a British answer. Wasn't my cup of tea."
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
I saw that.
Are you British?
Yeah.
Are you British?
I am.
Let me give you a British answer. It was my cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's one of the funny. That's one of the Family Guy funny moments right
Yeah.
there.
I
One of the
watched,
funny moments.
I watched it on a plane. That's the only time I could justify it.
Green Book. You watch Green Book?
I watched
What's
it
with
on a plane.
green and the title of these like weird? What is it at a white savior movie or no?
Green Book? Yeah.
Oh,
so
you're
it's like
thinking
so
of
the Green Mile.
Green
So
Mile,
what are
yeah.
y'all doing, Hollywood? What are
what's
you
going
doing?
on?
And the money's green.
In the same time period, what's going on?
And Ray Charles
General
has,
time period.
and Ray Charles has a song called Greenbacks, and then you. All right, I was gonna connect everything.
And there's the Green
didn't have
Bay
that many.
Packers.
And then there's the Green Bay Packers.
What are they packing? Fudge.
I mean, the Green Mile is it's one of those movies where there's a crop of people where they thought, especially white people, like they thought back on that film like fondly, and then they've revisited it in the last few years and they've gone, ugh. Like they're like mortified that held a special place in their memory for some reason. They're
Right.
like, oh my God, this isn't. No, it's like, no, you changed. It's just, things changed. Society changed.
Yeah,
You changed.
It's all right.
It was the same back then. It was
Stephen
the same.
King.
Oh boy.
Did he write that?
Yeah.
It was a
Right?
Stephen King movie, right?
Really?
I think
Yeah.
so. And Tom Hanks is in it, right?
Yeah. Like I would love to like bring it up to Tom Hanks to see
Yeah.
if he even winces or like cringes.
Talk
Probably
about
would.
it,
A long
Green
time
Mile,
ago.
boy.
Let's talk about Toy Story.
Toy
or
Story,
something.
man.
Yeah.
There's a snake
Shout
in
out.
my boat.
I think his name is John O. Wilson, my
mm.
man, on the interwebs. He does a great Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, I'm doing his basically.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh God,
How did we get to talking about
Tom Hanks.
the
Jedi.
green the
Well,
green book.
Book and Green Mile.
How did we get to talking about green book though?
Oh, Italian.
Oh, right.
Italian. I rewatched Godfather with my father.
Really?
Yeah.
Last Christmas, and just holds up incredibly well, and made me want to watch Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's kind of like a lot of people. I know a lot of nerds that like those movies are up there with like Lord of the Rings and shit. Like it's like they're like, oh yeah, the classic sagas, like Star
Yeah.
Wars, Lord of the Rings, Godfather. Like there's definitely movie buffs out there that like that's.
Well, that's
their-
like
I feel like
that's
just
the
like,
assumption. That's
I
like
think
a
that's just
standard.
like baseline.
But like,
classic.
but having it be like this lore heavy, like trilogy, like this fantasy movie, but it's just an Italian
It's simple.
family.
Yeah, it's more stripped down.
Because
yeah.
like there is lore behind. There's like video games and comic books.
Godfather
Right.
IP.
Yeah, there's
Right,
a
right.
Godfather verse basically.
Right.
It's just funny
That
to
is
think
funny.
about.
That
you
is
know?
funny.
Yeah. Right.
It's just a couple of guys,
Yeah.
billions of dollars, that IP. And it's just a couple of guys.
Godfather's
Couple of wise
pizza.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
I
why
guess
I
it
wanna
is a
have
fantasy
this-
movie. Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know. Anytime,
I could get you Italians
no, we
on the
have,
show.
no,
That's what you want.
I have
I could get
Italian
you
friends,
Italians.
Connor.
No, I just mean Italians, not friends, just random Italians. I can supply that.
Yo,
I could
if
get you
you're
straight from Italy.
I can get you
No,
a-
no, that's what I'm saying. If you're in Italy right now and you're Italian, drop a comment.
Yeah. We don't like how they say culture.
I know there's serious beef.
Yeah, I know.
They have their own like diaspora wars.
Well,
The
it's so
Italian-
funny
yeah.
when an Italian
Yeah.
American like will be on TikTok correcting someone saying like mozzarella,
Right,
and then
right.
an Italian person will be
Right,
like, "It's mozzarella."
right.
You dumbass, say it right.
Oh my god!
You're from Connecticut.
Yo,
I'm
I remember-
from Italy.
I remember talking to an Italian person from Milan years ago, and I was telling her about mulli, like as an insult
Yeah.
for black people that Italian Americans use, and she was
Right.
like, "What? What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means." I haven't looked this. I haven't looked it up. This is purely.
She's like, that's a
anecdotal.
made up mumble
Yeah,
word.
she's
Yeah,
like,
it's
she's like,
bullshit.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What
That's
is
some
that?
dumb Italian.
Yeah,
I,
right.
I'm just remembering this. So I was an extra on fucking Ocean's 8, and
Oh shit. Okay.
and it was just I was just in the Met for a week straight, just only eating egg sandwiches
You were in the Met for a week straight.
for a week straight. I was in
That's
the.
funny as fuck.
I think I don't think I actually.
Eating
I
egg
don't think I actually
sandwiches.
made the cut, but I was like shooting the Met scene. But there were two dudes on set who like got into a fight over who was more Italian, and they were like
Like verbal argument.
verbal. Yeah. They were just like, it started off
They were
relative.
both Italian Americans.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I guess
Very aggressive amongst themselves. These
yeah,
Italians.
but I guess it became like a well, have you been to Italy, or do you even speak Italian?
Ooh.
Do you speak Italian? They're like, yeah, I fucking
have you
speak
even
Italian.
read the Italian manga?
have you read the Italian adaptation of Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah. Have you read the manga of Italy?
Did it go anywhere, or it was just that?
It just
basically
got
sizing
real. It
each
just got
other
real
up?
aggressive.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah,
Because
Like-
Italian people in Italy, they do this whole like, it's similar with like African people from the continent, and then like Black America. They're like, they're not real. They're not
Yeah.
Italians. They're not really
Yeah.
Italians.
right,
It's like that sort of thing.
right.
Right. They're like,
Which is
there's
funny
people-
because they came in
There's
by the
people.
boatloads in the 20th century, literally like 100 years ago.
Right.
It's
Some-
so
Right.
fresh. It's not like
Right, it's not
been-
that long ago.
Yeah.
So there's some people. There's like some Sicilians that are like, I'm not Italian. I'm Sicilian. It's
yeah.
Like, you're
Oh,
in
yeah.
the fucking. You're in the boot. You're in it. Like,
Well,
they're
there's
the ball-
internal
they're the ball.
cultural and ethnic dynamics within the boot, within the
No.
nation state
you're
borders.
in the nation.
Ah.
But then Sicilians will do this weird like I'm black too conflation thing. Sicilian Americans where they're like
Like,
they
hey,
called me a mully when I was growing up. They called me a because I had African in my. It's like,
all right, bro.
Newsflash, we're all
Right,
African,
bro. You're
buddy.
north of North Africa.
Yeah. Newsflash.
Let's relax.
And you're white, racially speaking.
yeah,
And you're
You
white.
do not look like me.
You're
You do
not.
look-
And you're,
You're
white.
white.
You're
Yeah,
not
exactly.
not white.
Cue that TikTok. Yeah. But
That's funny.
You,
see,
you just say it to me. I'm editing.
right.
Cue that. Whoever might be doing
Whoever,
that.
like you say, like
Audience,
that.
cue it up.
Cue it up,
Whoever-
pull it up.
Whoever, someone.
You're white. I hate to break this to you, but you're white. You are a Caucasian. You're not white. You're definitely white. If anyone ever passed you on the street, they would say, that's a white person. Remember that.
Do you see why though? Like having a Jaded Forum Italian special would be interesting.
Yeah.
We get lots of lasagna, peaches, put it all over the table.
We should take
dip
the.
it in the mosh.
I'm saying
Yeah,
we should
can
take
we,
the Shure SM7Bs, take them to Long Island, go to
Right.
get a
Can we-
fucking pizza.
You think we
You know?
can, you think we can get Garfield?
Yo, Italian,
Think we can
Italian,
swing that?
Italian New Yorker meet and greet Jaded Forum.
Only
meet and greet.
Italian.
Yeah.
Only
Italian.
Italians only.
We're not even there.
It's just the mic set up and the cameras. Go ahead, talk. Tell them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell
just
them.
tell them what's-
there's
tell
Italians
them
there on
what's
behalf. Be like, no, they just wanted you guys to come
Yeah.
here and speak. The cameras will capture everything. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, they
Let's do it.
came
Let's-
and they
let's-
set everything up and they left.
Let's do a poll and we can count. If you're Italian, let's keep it broad. Italian American.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. If you're an Italian New Yorker, specify that you're in New York City and you're Italian, born and raised, and we'll figure it out. We'll
Yeah.
figure out the logistics.
And
I
if-
feel like it would be interesting because we get to talk about fascism in Italy because that shit is like popping over there.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah, and yeah, there's like a political dimensions to the conversation we could have. Be really
Yeah.
interesting.
But would Italian New Yorkers even be like?
The ones I know about that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, I know the specialist.
There also might be first, second gen, and maybe they're not like deep into politics, but like they still know what's going on in Italy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm thinking about
What's-
mob history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
conversation with mob history.
He fucking rules.
what's the
Does he
woman's-
follow? He follows you, I think.
I think we're mutuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the
history. Come on the show.
what's the woman's name that like revived Mussolini's party? Oh, I forget her name.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
I know about the. Is it the 5-star movement? Let me
Yeah, I
see.
don't know.
Yep, 5-star movement.
Yeah.
They're on some crypto fash red brown shit.
It's that crypto fash that'll get you.
Crypto fash.
If I remember correctly. Its leader and president is Giuseppe Conte, Prime Minister of Italy from 2018.
Giuseppe is such a
2021.
silly name to me.
Giuseppe.
It's so silly. Giuseppe.
The party is primarily described as populist, see this, of the syncretic kind, due to its members' insistence that it has no place in the left-right political spectrum. Are we gonna have to talk about red brownism today, guys?
Oh, I mean,
What the fuck? Giuseppe Conte, Prime Minister of Italy. Imagine being fucking like brutalized by a fascist named Pepe Grillo.
Don't.
How are you doing?
Yahoo!
It's an
Let's go.
ethno
Where's
Let's
the
go.
Italian?
Yahoo! It's a strong nation.
I like the red brown.
Pepe Grillo.
powerful.
Imagine the Pepe Grillo takes over. What are we gonna do today?
We are going to take a side.
I would never be able to take some shit going on in Italy seriously. I'd be laughing too hard. I'd be like, but Pepe Grillo's taking over. I'd be like, come on, that's hilarious. Pepe Grillo? Like, sounds like a delicious place you can get fucking muscles and shit. Like
the Roman Empire used to be so powerful.
I want to go to Pepe Grillo's house and have food. Like,
Right.
oh,
Muscles.
clams, steamed mussels.
In the octopus.
Yeah. I want to
Mamma mia. Some squidding pasta.
Pepe Grillo's taking over Italy. I'd be
Speaking
like,
of which, we're going to talk about the accents for the Super Mario movie.
it's literally him
Oh.
just doing Mario. It's like, I don't know.
Is it?
Is he
Yeah,
ready?
he's like,
I thought it was just him.
No, it's him just like
I thought
talking
it was
like
just his voice.
it's his voice.
It's like his voice with like the most little sprinkle of
Which
Mario.
is worse.
He's like, yeah, I'm Chris Pratt. It's literally that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
so
that was
bad.
awkward.
It's
It'll be
me,
like
Star
that.
Killer.
That is so bad to me.
All right. Let's go.
And then Jack Black, it's like, I mean,
Bring
Oh,
me
he's
back
Bowser-
to I
he's
want
Bowser,
that
right?
old.
It's
I
like-
want the live action Super Mario. I want that
it's like, okay, it's
Yeah.
fun to have like Jack Black, but why not get like I don't know, like a good fucking voice actor?
Joe
Like-
Pesci.
Like, I mean, Jack Black's a good voice actor. He's in Kung Fu Panda, but I mean, like,
Somebody that makes
um,
sense, you mean?
fucking, like Keith David would be fire
Oh.
as Bowser or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
like a fucking voice, like a deep, scary voice. You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a high res.
Yeah. It just feels like they're trying to be silly with it. I feel like, I don't know.
I'm trying to find.
Silliness so fucking much, dude.
No, this
Silly or die.
this one. Oh, it's a
Jesse.
fucking. God.
We have to be silly.
Now listen, Mario has to sound like Mario.
Jesse, we have to cook
have to cook.
better version of Mario.
$700,000.
Oh fuck.
The
I'm
Mushroom
trying to
Kingdom.
find
$93 million.
high
My
res.
name is Walter Hartwell White.
Jesse,
No,
You're-
308
we can't do that.
Negra Arroyo Lane.
you're a millionaire
Albuquerque,
doing the
New Mexico.
voice of Super Mario and you're
All right,
complaining?
This was my
You're already
shit.
in
as a
Jurassic
kid.
Park.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I want. It's a shitty film, but aesthetically
Dennis.
incredible. Design wise, incredible.
Mhm.
Like the vibes are immaculate, dude.
And established a lot of important canon in the Mario universe. That their last name is in fact Mario.
Really?
Wasn't previously established before this movie.
I hate
Oh
that.
wow!
I hate that.
Yeah.
So his name is Mario?
Dennis Hopper's in this.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Dennis Hopper.
It's John Leguizamo.
Yeah,
right?
man,
Yep.
Mario.
Yeah. When they're in
Fucking
court.
Mario Brothers.
when they're in court and he's like, "What's your name?" Mario. What's your last name? Mario.
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
I fucking hate that. Why do they have missile launchers? Why are they freedom fighters? Like, what's going on?
Fucking fire aesthetically. They need to fucking tap into this again.
They have
This was
bazookas.
so
What are they
edgy.
shooting
Think about
down
how
Black
edgy
Hawk
that was.
helicopters?
How
Yeah.
did they even get the fucking licensing How did they secure the licensing to do that? It's like incredible.
Probably because
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
have
even
no idea.
fucking look like that.
Well, what year did that come out?
I don't know. I want to say 92 instinctively, but I really don't know. Let me see.
Super
'Cause I'm like-
Mario Brothers.
I want to say maybe it was a time when they just didn't think Mario was going to take off like that. I don't know.
No, it was
Really?
93.
Oh. I mean, it's fully out by
Dude,
then.
They
Was
lost
it?
money on it.
Was it?
They lost
Was
some-
it? There were a video game crash in the late 80s.
Look at how fly this nigga looks. Look at that.
The Koopas
Are you
I can't
kidding me?
with, but yeah, he looks crazy.
Yeah, the Goombas are fucking
I
crazy.
love that.
Yeah, that's fucking
Who's
insane,
making
bro.
fucking motion pictures like that these days, huh? Something weird, something experimental. huh?
It is, yeah.
His hair is just fire.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
crazy.
crazy
Yeah.
costume
We did
design.
crazy
Yeah.
shit in the 90s. bro.
Yeah.
We
Who's we?
did
Connor?
crazy shit in the 90s, human beings, bro. We used to build shit, bro.
Alan Silvestri did the score. That's interesting.
Alan Suck Testes did the score.
What?
You heard me.
The suggestion for a film based on Super Mario Bros. Was first put forward by Roland Jaffe during a script meeting at his production company, Leitmotiv. Jaffe
Leitmotiv?
met the Nintendo of America president and Hiroshi Yamauchi's son-in-law, Minoru Arakawa. He presented Arakawa with an initial draft of the script. 1 month after their meeting, Jaffe went to Nintendo's headquarters in Kyoto to meet Hiroshi Yamauchi. He pitched. They were interested. $2 million contract for temporary control of the character of Mario.
$2 million contract.
Nintendo retained merchandising rights for the film through a creative partnership with Leitmotiv. That's so bizarre.
Oh, you know what? That's actually not that unusual. They do a lot of like.
Oh no, not that. I'm just saying the whole thing.
Oh.
The whole
Yeah,
thing
that they
for
got away with
Mario
all that?
IP. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's
I mean,
so-
I think they do a lot of those like weird, mutually beneficial like crossovers. Like they'll trade an IP. Like Marvel and Toei did that, and that's how they got a Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh,
but you can
Have you
tell
seen
it's
that,
like
by the way?
I think so. Yeah.
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 It's a live action.
posted
one,
it to
right?
your
Yeah,
story,
yeah, it's
I think.
Tokusatsu.
No, but it's one of those situations where you're like, they could have gotten away with that film. If that film was like amazing, that would have been one of those things where like y'all got away with some shit, and it would have it could have kind of changed even Nintendo's arc as a company in a certain way if that film had
for sure.
performed better. Who knows how we would be looking at the Super Mario IP, just given aesthetically and narratively all the things that film was doing. It's really interesting to think about.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. It
Makes
is
me-
interesting with the whole like rights thing, because so many things get made like that where they're kind of on a time crunch because they have to use the rights before they expire. You know, like that's why I think that's part of why like a new Dragon Ball movie gets fucking made every couple. Or that's why the live action Dragon Ball movie got made. There's a whole situation with I don't know if you know Robotech.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I'm reading further into the Wikipedia. It's verifying what I said. It says Nintendo had no interest in creative control and believed the Mario brand was strong enough to allow an experiment with an
Wow.
outside industry. And then this is a quote. I think they looked at the movie as some sort of strange creature that was kind of rather intriguing to see if we could
Wow.
walk or not.
Wow, that's kind of fire though.
They literally
Yeah.
got away with some shit.
That's
If that had been a good
wow.
movie,
Well, it's
Yeah.
also, I feel like they were
end
really
of an era too.
they were really
for that
big.
to happen. End of an
Yeah.
era. That
For
type
sure.
of experimentation with an IP that big.
well, and also to speak on the size of the IP. I know the brand was super strong already in the early 90s Mario, but like Nintendo also is so much more psycho nowadays than they were back then in terms of like copyright and IP and
Oh,
and
I thought you were
shit
gonna say
that.
like creatively or something.
No,
was
I
like,
mean
huh?
they're a much bigger like empire now
Yeah,
than they
it's
were back
corporate.
then.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it makes sense that they were willing to like kind of experiment. But
Yeah,
also,
right.
yeah, no, I agree.
don't
I
know.
think the
I don't
general
know. That
time
seems
period.
crazy to me.
I think the general time.
It's like Japanese corporation too, which has to be taken into account. Like that's just like
Well, the situation generally is like Japanese corporations have way less power over here than they do over there. So that might have played into it.
they had more power in this situation though.
I mean, they may have, but
No, it says it on the Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. They were asking like, why should we give you like rights over
Right.
anything like for this?
Yeah.
Right.
Which makes it even more bizarre to me that it got made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's weird.
Yeah. I was just
I
thinking
gotta
about
watch
the.
it.
I was just thinking about the situation with Robotech, which basically got the rights are still apparently. I'm pulled up an article just now that apparently it got resolved a couple years ago, but for like decades, the dude who owned the rights to Robotech was this Egyptian dude who.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
That's so funny to me already, right off top.
Yeah. This dude's name is Frank Agrama. He
How did he
owned.
get it? Do you know?
Well, I don't know all the details because there are mad different companies. And apparently the way he got the rights from Japan might have been illegal entirely, but they never even investigated that part.
Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of. I talked about this in my fucking podcast years ago with Crunchyroll, but I don't remember all the details. But basically, they bought the rights from a company that may not have actually owned it, and this was the rights to like Macross,
Whoopsies.
which is there are like 3 different Macross series that got like compiled into what became Robotech.
Wow.
And so basically that Japanese company owns all the rights within Japan, I think. But then Frank Agrama owns the rights everywhere else in the world, basically.
Holy shit.
Or some
How
like
do you-
weird fuck shit. I don't even remember
Weird
anymore.
configuration.
And like he owns Robotech.
IP law is so bizarre.
Yeah, it's like he owns Robotech and they own Macross. So there's basically a bunch of fuck shit where you can't get like
Is that all just like cool Gundam shit you're talking about? Mecha shit?
more or less.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
I love all that shit.
Yeah.
He's just like talking about such a complex subject, and he's like, "That's like that robot. Shit. That's like that robot shit, right?" Fire.
I'm just in my head. You're
Yeah.
talking about what is it, Gauss or whatever the fuck? Or,
Yeah. Wait,
or
what?
Macross.
Macross. And I'm like,
Macross.
that's like I'm thinking like a robot holding up big
Yeah.
ass
That's like that
sniper.
shit where
Yeah.
the robots that fly in space, right?
Like a giant robot
It's
with
like
big,
that robot, like,
big
strong.
wings.
like
I-
guns and armor on, like type shit. That
I wish
robots was strong, like killing niggas, like blowing
Get to
plants
the
up. Like, that's that
nitty-gritty of
shit,
it.
right? Egyptian nigga took that's crazy. Like he made a power like mob
Yeah, that's crazy,
move, for
like-
real. Like he cornered off
He
like every
owns
market
Macross.
like around the world. Like you didn't even have to have guns and armor on with Japanese corporation. He just like
Charge
just
counterattack.
finesse
that shit.
type shit.
Yeah.
Like boy, like whoop, now it's mine now.
Whoop.
Nope, can't
I own
have
that
it back. Oops, that's mine.
Own
Oops,
that shit.
oops, mecha.
Oops,
Uh-huh.
that's a
Oops.
bag.
Oops, mecha.
Oops, that's a bag.
Gunpla.
Oops.
Oops, my bag.
Oops,
Hey,
oops, my bag. How
like-
come no one's made that
oops.
song yet?
No, no.
You
Oops,
better-
my bag.
My bag.
Better face this way because I got all the mechas. All right. Yeah.
Wow,
But
I hate you. 'Cause I caught that.
yeah, he owned
Cheers.
the rights for mad long, and then I think went into real estate. So
Makes
they just-
sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taking over the world.
The
Yeah.
realist of a state.
And he also got caught up. He also got caught up in some shit with Silvio Berlusconi, where he was Italian prime minister, where he was selling rights to. He was selling rights to Berlusconi's media company.
Is that like the
that-
president? It's like the
that's like the
president. or some
That's like the-
Berlusconi's who went in
shit? Fire.
Berlusconi.
Fire. Dude, you know the Italian Prime Minister Berlusconi?
He's like
fired.
he's also like the owner of AC Milan. There's like a whole fucked up thing going.
What's that?
Soccer team.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm not like hip to fucking.
I'm not into sports. I'm not into sports.
Wait, what did you think it was?
No. He did. I was just did. I thought he would know what AC Milan was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying you didn't.
Yeah.
Also,
Does he own?
but
He owns it.
he was.
I'm
Well,
not
at
a
least he
sports
did.
fan.
He did.
What does
at one
that stand for? Asshole Club Milan.
Might as fucking well.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Might is fucking well. I think there is an explicitly fascist club. I think Lazio. I think.
Is that a fascist? I
No.
thought that was a soccer team.
No,
You
I
gotta
think-
get
I think
into
Lazio
sports so
is-
that you can come up with names for these acronyms. You can make a whole sort of like index
Yeah.
or gallery that if a
Yeah.
sports fan hates another team, they just use the acronym
Yeah.
that you made
Yeah.
for them. Asshole Club.
Yeah. But yeah, he got caught up in this thing with he was selling rights to Berlusconi's company to shit that he did not own. And by the way, Berlusconi's company was like scientifically proven to make teenagers more conservative. It was his whole fucking. They did studies on it. But then they got caught.
I forgot
And
who we were originally talking about.
Frank Agrama, Egyptian dude who
Berlusconi?
owns.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. He created a brainwashing teens into conservatives product.
It kind of unrelated, but
It's all connected. The
but
robots, all of
it's all connected to media media
We
rights and
connect
such.
all of it.
To media rights and
Why you
such.
make a lot of money.
And
good thing.
because
Good for
they
the
were
business.
eventually caught, and then Berlusconi, he changed the law so that they didn't have to go to prison because they were both too old. This is what happened. You know what? I don't remember all the details very well, so I'll just drop a clip from the podcast where it's me. It's also me talking, but it's me sounding a lot more intelligent about this subject.
Basically, I want to say around 2003, it was determined by a Japanese court that Tatsunoko Production may have never had the power to hand the rights to Macross over to Harmony Gold in the first place, because they apparently didn't have the approval of their co-producers Studio Nue and Big West in Japan, and technically the rights to 41 of the original character designs still belong to Big West. But because we are America and our word is law, and because we renew our anger about Pearl Harbor only when it is convenient, a different judge said fuck everything Japan stands for, and I guess that ruling was ignored in the US, and a judge determined that Harmony Gold has the rights to use Macross for some period of time just short of forever. A 2016 case between HG and Tatsunoko, in which the latter claimed Harmony Gold was sublicensing Macross without paying royalties, was ruled in favor of Harmony Gold, but also dialed back the whole perpetuity thing and upheld the 2021 expiration date on their Macross license, and that date held until July of this year, when Harmony Gold's deal with Tatsunoko was extended for another as of yet undisclosed amount of time that is presumed to be another 35 fucking years.
I'm still laughing at the concept of fascism taking over in Italy, where everyone talks like that.
You think fascism's funny?
If everyone was going,
You think fascism's funny?
the whole time,
yeah,
it'd be a
yeah.
little funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
never
nice.
never happened.
Imagine
Yeah, never
me getting
happened, buddy.
self-righteous.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, all the poor and working class Italian.
Oh yeah,
people. The immigrants, the African immigrants that have that
Yeah,
accent
yeah.
also.
Ethiopia doesn't.
Very,
That
very funny.
sound like
Yeah.
Super Mario
Fascism's
2
like,
also.
should take it was funny. Yeah.
It's like Ethiopia doesn't matter to you. That's funny.
They
Mario.
all sound like it's Super Mario Bros.
Yeah,
3.
yeah, when Mussolini was running around, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
it's a me, a Mussolini.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's funny. He was hitting
Yeah, yeah.
question mark blocks and
Yeah.
getting power ups. You think
Yeah.
that's funny?
Yeah,
Mhm.
laugh my ass off.
You think that's funny, bro?
Yeah,
British guy.
it's not funny, bro.
You think
Yeah.
that's funny, bro? What
not
the
funny,
Italians had to go through, bro, was not cool, bro. Italy was a fascist
Yeah.
state, bro. Thank
Oh,
God.
man.
Thank God we weren't, bro.
I will say, Mussolini
It's actually pronounced Mussolini.
Yeah.
to me was the goofiest fascist.
Yeah.
You ever watch
Yeah.
clips of him? He is a goofy goober.
No, I can't say I've watched the
Literally,
Mussolini
he,
tapes.
like when he would give speeches, he would be like, he would literally do like this, like it's a theater.
Oh,
like
yeah, you're
theatrical
right, you're
performance.
right,
Right, right.
He
was
loved
a-
Lenin, by the way.
He was a ding dong.
Interesting.
He was a zing zong. Yeah.
Yeah.
He. I never liked him.
Personally, it never
Nah,
fan.
I can't.
Nah,
frankly,
like-
can't stand him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, you British?
Yeah.
You British? Mussolini?
Not
Not
my
my
cup
cup of tea.